Mason again, mental manager. Wow, thank you all for your comments, feedback, even watching the videos that I'm putting out there. I really appreciate you beyond what you know. I will not reach my goal or be as successful as I want to be if it wasn't for you and your feedback, and for people even giving me the time to share their thoughts with me. I want everyone to know that no matter what feedback is given, feedback is great no matter what. Even if some people deem it negative or positive, to me, I love all the feedback. So please just continue doing that, and the feedback just causes more conversations, and then also I learn things about myself from these different conversations that we have back and forth with each other. So just want you all to know, all feedback is wanted and great, and no hard feelings to anyone or anything that we end up talking about in the future or whatever happens, because at the end of the day, the more that we learn about each other, the more things that we teach each other, the greater all this is going to be. So again, thank you so much for tuning in again, and please just continue to give the same feedback no matter what. So I'm going on to the next video. Parent or provider. This is part of mental manager because, again, everything starts with your mind. Whatever you want to create, it starts in your mind and with your belief system, and that is it. That's it. It all starts with your mental. So I wanted to give thanks to all the parents out there. You know, the parents that stuck around and did the best that they could, and then also I want to forgive the parents that were not there. The ones that are called deadbeat dads or moms. Truly, I forgive all you, and you know, I believe that it's my belief. You don't have to believe this. It's part of my belief system. Now that I have actually taken on this belief system, because before forgiveness was just not a thing that I believed in. I would say if they did the crime, they got to do the time, or if you play those games, you get those prizes. These are the types of things that I would say. And truly, ever since I've added forgiveness into my belief system, I have been less of a prisoner to these things. The shackles came off. Because when you hold out on forgiveness, when you choose not to forgive someone, that person isn't the one that's being hurt, it's you. You are the one that's turning yourself into a prisoner to their actions. Whatever those people did that you will not forgive them for, you will forever be a prisoner until you choose to forgive. Forgiveness is the way to happiness. It's just a thing, and this is something that I've learned with myself. I've done it myself. So that's how I know it works, and I've seen it work with many people that have way worse stories than I could ever think of. And they've even told me when they decided to forgive, it was like a whole new world for them. They opened up, they were able to live, they were able to do things that they weren't able to do before. So again, just going back to parenting, I'm not a parent. I made this video because I'm a child that reflected on the different parenting habits and things that were put onto me as I was growing up, and I'm just reflecting on the things that would really have helped me. I think as with what I know today, because that's one of the cliches that we all speak on, is if I knew what I knew now back then, and that's always been a thing for many years. So now that I know these things and I have educated myself from other people, I didn't just come up with these things. These aren't things that I made up or come from me. It's things that come through me because I changed my belief system into not being egotistic and thinking that I know the right way. There's just no such thing as a right way set in stone. Everyone has their own ways of doing things. But the one thing that I have found to always be there, always, are results. What are your results? What are your results with your parenting? What are your results with your health goals? What are your results, period? And I've been doing this for a while, is asking myself when I go to bed at night, what were my results? Did I accomplish the goals that I said I was going to? Did I mend this relationship that I said I was going to? Whatever it was, whatever you told yourself you wanted to do, what were your results? And that's the only thing that we all have as the same thing. If you have a results-based life, you will have more of an abundant life, you will have a fulfilled life, you will have a happy life. If you keep it real with yourself on those results and don't sugarcoat them, don't try to do that, because that right there is going to dissolve anything you're trying to work towards. So I'll get back to the parenting. I'm not speaking as a parent because I'm not one. I'm just a child that is sharing information that I've reflected on and fused that with things that I've learned from people that are parents, that are great parents that I look up to, from books that I've read, from audiobooks, from all these different things that I've been doing over this last 6 to 8 months, all comprised into these videos that I'm making now. So, parent, we'll start off with that. Do not get attached to the word parent that I'm saying or the definition. Don't be attached to any of this stuff. This is just my beliefs, and I'm sharing it with you so that if there are things that I'm saying that you don't agree with or you don't believe or have a different way of thinking, please let me know. And that is what I mean by your comments mean everything to me, because I am ready to learn every second of the day, no matter who it's coming from. And that's it. Knowledge is everything. So, parent, are you, when you have a child, do you already have an idea of what you would like their belief system to be? Do you have an idea of the things that you want to download onto them? What apps? Like, look at it really. I mean, the only analogy that's the best is your cell phone. What apps do you have downloaded on your cell phone, and what are those apps doing for you? Are you, as a parent, teaching your child how to be a good maid or servant? And this is what I mean by doing chores and all these other things. Is that the base, and is that all that your parenting is compiled of? You know, doing chores, getting spankings when you're in trouble, and providing for them, giving them a roof over their head. That's what you really have to ask yourself. What am I really doing for my child? What am I downloading onto them on a daily? And you must look at it at 24 hours at a time so it doesn't get too overwhelming. What did I teach my child today? What did I instill in them? Because children from a very, very young age, that's where you need to start. Don't look at them as a child or, oh, they're not going to remember this. They're only 1, 2 years old. You must start. I mean, science shows, people that play Beethoven while their child is in the womb, all these different things. There's all kinds of information that you can read up on and learn about these things and how to go about it. Time is of the essence. Children, between 1 and 5, learn 5,000 words. On average, adults each year only learn 5 when you're in your adulthood, and quite frankly mine was a lot lower than 5 a year. I thought I knew all the words that I needed for the rest of my life, and there we go. We put ourselves in a box. You're going to stay in that box, especially if you are someone that believes that you are a lion or a tiger and you're in that cage, but you're pissed off because you think, oh, who do these people think they are telling me what to do? I'm a tiger, I'm a lion. You're in a cage though. So what are you really going to do? Nothing, until you actually step outside of that box yourself and start realizing that you aren't the end all of knowing everything. And this was what comes into parenting. What happens is you have a child, you think immediately, I'm older than this kid and they need to listen to what I'm telling them. Instead of it being a back and forth relationship. Your child can teach you a lot. Your child can learn a lot from you. Teach them how to be humble. Teach them how to be grateful. You will never find a happy, ungrateful person, ever. These are things that must be instilled. Your child being thankful, happy, courageous. You must build them up with courage, self-esteem, all these things. When you put all those things, at the least, all those things together, then you can send your child off happily, because those are the things that are going to allow them to grow and be prosperous for the rest of their lives. You buying them the new pair of Jordans, the coolest outfit so they don't get made fun of at school, whatever the case is, those things are just supplemental. Those are band-aids. Those are things that are just putting peanut butter right over the pile of poop. That's all you're doing. You must get to the root. Instill these powerful things in your children, and people will feel it. They will feel the strength of your child. If they go to school with Payless shoes or whatever. If your child is instilled with grace, courage, self-esteem, all these great things, these great words, that we bypass on the daily, it doesn't matter if a bully makes fun of them or anything. Your child is just going to keep going straight through those icebergs. They're going to keep going forward on that path. Give them their compass, their moral compass, and they are going to have their target, and they will not stop until they get there. That's a promise. I've seen it. I've seen it, watched videos, read about it, all these things from all these great successful people. These are the things that they did. These are the things that happened with them. So that's where I'm getting my information from, and they are all proven. They're all millionaires, billionaires, because of their belief system. So that's what must happen as far as parenting. That must be the beginning of it. And I want us all to build on it. If you have other information that you'd like to share with myself or other people that are watching this, please bring more information. I want more. I want more. Let's keep building on this so that we create the world that we want to see instead of complaining about the world that we see. Create the world we want. The more complaining that we do, the more energy we are wasting. If you're sitting there criticizing something or someone else, and you have time to criticize, that means you're not sealing the deal on the things that you're really supposed to be doing. So that's why whenever there's someone with criticisms or anything, just let them say, hey, I wish you the best. If you ever want to change, your ways or anything like that, please let me know. Door's always open. And then that's it. You leave it at that. If you have all the clackers, the people that like to congregate and talk and make all this mess or whatnot, that's okay. Let people be. Let people live. I will never judge you. I know that I need to stay focused on my stuff and my results, and that's what we all must do for happiness, for real happiness. So I'll get back off my tangent. That was a parent, my belief of a parent, what they could do. Where that's a start. Provider. Are you a provider? What is a provider? That's someone who provides a roof, clothing, and food. You provide this for your child because everyone says, oh, this is the right thing to do, so that's what I'm going to do. Just know that you will get provider results. That's what you will get. If those are the only things that you're doing and you feel that, that is how deep your parenting should go with your child, just know that if you're not doing those other things that I just spoke on, that someone else will do those things. It'll either be an iPad, an iPhone, the internet, very dangerous place. If you aren't instilling the core values into your child, someone else is going to put their core values into your child. That's a very dangerous game. Very dangerous. Whatever seeds are being sowed into your child, you will have to eat those fruit in the future. If they're sowing cactus seeds, if they're sowing the nastiest fruits known to man, you're going to have to eat that. You're going to have to. I see it all the time where there's a parent that has their home is immaculate. Clean, the cleanest house. I could eat off the floor. They have an abundance of wealth. They have all these great things going for them, but there's nothing but misery between them and their children. They don't talk to their children. They don't see their children on the daily. They could live 5 minutes away and still not see their child for months. Who knows? This happens all the time in multiple relationships. Only solely because you stuck to providing and you said that's enough. And if they're not grateful, then that's on them. Fine. That's okay. That is absolutely okay as long as they're alive and well, then you must accept those results. Do not get angry with your child if they don't want to see you or talk to you on the daily. There's a reason. Now, what you could do is starting today, start reading books on how to win friends and bond with people. You can read books on behavioral psychology so you can be relatable. You can do all these things. Educate yourself. Make yourself valuable. Valuable to that relationship. And it all starts with you. In any situation that I have, I always tell myself it starts with you. When we play the blame game, we all lose. It's going to go back and forth. The best way to have an argument, the best way to win an argument, is to not have one at all. No one wins. Don't argue. Get a common theme, something that everyone can agree on, build on it. Build on it, mend your relationships, talk about those hard things that everyone wants to ignore. You must speak about it. Build trust, build the belief system that anything is possible still, because we're still here. The main things that I've read about is when people are on their deathbed, they start talking about what they should have done and they wish they had more time, and I did what I had to for you, or all these different things. Everyone becomes all sad and I wish I had more time, and there's resentment. You resent yourself, you resent them. I want us to realize that we're going to be dead a lot longer than we're alive. That's the thing that resonates with me every day. I put myself on my deathbed and I say, would I be happy with the situation that I'm in right now? And I'm every day, I'm tweaking little things here, screwing in little bolts here, and building that big ship that I want to sail away in the future, into happiness, and just stay there. Like, it's just, you're going. So whatever analogies or things that you want to do it for you. But start now. Start today. Start now. Why not now? Ask yourself. Do it now. Why not now? Let's go. Get a sense of urgency. A sense of urgency within your children is going to take them light years ahead of anybody else that isn't doing that. Again, I'm going to go back to instilling core values in your children. Look up these core values, that, look up definitions to things, and literally you can build that belief system that you would like to put onto your child. Because again, if you don't do it, someone else will. So I will close with that, so I'm not ranting too much. Please let me know if the videos are going too long, or if I'm getting off track times, or if it's hard to follow me, or if I'm not closing correctly. Like, all these different things, please bring it to me. I want you guys to flood everything with all that information. Please do, because I promise you I'm working off the camera to figure out different ways to do things and how to make this page and these videos more appealing to the eye and to you. So thank you all very much. Very blessed to have you. And until next time, next video is going to be time management is life management. So stay tuned for that, and have a blessed day, and I appreciate you all very much. Thank you.